bro, you're broken. And I know that you don't want to accept the fact that you're broken, but bro, you're hurting. The thing about being hurting, bro, is that when you're hurting, sometimes you really don't know that you're hurting. Sometimes you really don't know that you have a scar that you really haven't dealt with. When we deal with this kind of stuff, and when we realize that we're broken, and when we realize things hurt us in the past and it affect us, we don't want to bring light onto it, right? Because if we bring light onto it, it's going to show my flaws, it's going to show my weaknesses, it's going to show where I'm hurting the most. But by doing that, it's going to help you it's going to help you moving forward. Because sometimes you have to shine light on that darkness just so that darkness can go away, right? Sometimes you got to put some peroxide on that wound just so it can heal. You got to understand that sometimes some things actually broke us. Some things actually tore us apart that we can't comprehend why this affects me so much. Why am I so broken by this? And you're so broken by it because you never actually dealt with it, right? You never actually dealt with what happened. So it caused you to treat women this type of way. It caused you to treat people this type of way. And when you don't deal with it, you almost become a whole different version. It's like you change who you are, right? You have a whole personality switch. And you have a personality switch because, bro, you haven't dealt with you. You haven't dealt with your scar, right? And when you don't deal with scars, bro, they get infected sometimes, right? When you don't deal with open wounds, bro, they can get infected. And when they get infected, bro, it's downhill from there. And so you didn't deal with your scar. You didn't deal with your wound. And so now your wound is infected. Now it's affected the way you live. It's affected the way you treat people. It's affected the way you do things because you never dealt with that wound, right? You just left that wound open, right? You just move past, it'll heal. I'll heal from it. You feel me? I'll forgive him. But you never actually forgave him. You never actually healed from it. And so when you never actually heal and forgive people for these things, you get an infected wound, right? And so what I'm basically trying to tell you is this, bro. You can't allow these wounds to remain open for so long, right? You cannot allow these wounds to remain open because when these wounds are open and they're free to the world, they're going to get infected. Little things are going to start infecting it. And so what I want you to do is, bro, I want you to understand that, bro, you are infected. You are broken. And the only way to heal a wound, right, you got to close that wound up. So by closing that wound up, you got to talk about it. You have to talk about it. You got to express how you feel. And sometimes, King, you got to cry, right? But by crying, what you're doing is you're stitching up that wound, right? You're stitching up that wound that was open, that caused hurt, that caused pain, and you're stitching it up just so you can heal from it, right? Because in order for you to heal from that wound, you got to stitch it up so that it doesn't get infected, right? Because if you get infected, bro, you're going to change as a person. So, King, what I want you to do is, man, I want you to understand that sometimes you are broken. Sometimes you are actually hurting. And it's okay to say that you're hurting. It's okay to express how you feel, bro. Right? Because by expressing how you feel, you're literally stitching up the wound that caused pain, that caused hurt, right? And you're allowing it to not be infected. So, King, what I want you to do is I want you to think about what really caused you to be infected, what really caused you to be broken, right? And I want you to begin to talk about these things because, listen, King, before I even made this video, bro, I cried my eyes out, bro. I don't know if you can tell, but I cried my eyes out because I was just sitting there and I just began to talk to God about certain things. And then my father came up and then I didn't realize how much it broke me. You feel me? I didn't realize how much it hurt me. And so when I began to talk about it, when I began to stitch up the wound, I started to feel better. I started to feel stronger. I started to feel like that knot in my chest wasn't there no more. And so that's the same thing I want for you, King. I want you to talk about it. I want you to express how you feel. I want you to tell God, listen, man, this broke me. Like, why did you allow this to break me? Like, this hurts. Like, I'm going through some brokenness right now. And it's crazy because the beauty of it is you begin to get healed. You start healing, right? And once you start healing, you're able to move on, right? Because once you heal from this scar or this wound, you're able to function now. Now you're able to move your arm because now you heal. Now that arm is healed, so now you can move it. You can rotate it. But before you can rotate it because, bro, you didn't heal from that cut, right? So you'll find the beauty of it that, bro, I can live now. So, King, what I want you to do is, man, I want you to understand it's okay, right? It's perfectly fine. And I want you to talk to God, and I want you to ask God, what has caused me to be so broken? I want you to ask him that. Listen, King, man, I appreciate you watching this video, man. Listen, man, you're a king, man. So make sure you live up to the name, man. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video, bro. Let's go.